Yeah, Abs was nearly in tears. Yeah, that's sad. That just shows how bad we were treated. You know, a good, honest lad like Abs, being made to feel that way. It's not right. And yeah, it wasn't a great time. It wasn't a great time for the club. It wasn't a good time for the players. It wasn't even a good time for the players that were playing. You know, because it's not nice. You've got teammates that you turn up. We turned up one day and we didn't even get spoken to. It was just a list of names on the front door of the changing room saying you're changing in a different changing room from now on. That's not nice for anybody. It's not nice for the players that are in the changing room. It's not nice for the players that got put in the other changing room. And yeah, that was my first experience of being treated badly at a football club. I'd heard of it many times before. People have told me, you know, it's a nasty game and it can be a nasty industry, and it's sometimes not a nice place to be. But that was the first time I'd experienced it, and being treated like no one cares about you. Like you say, we were training in a separate group. Sometimes it was just the five of us, and there was no balls. We were just running, whilst the first team were there. You know, training and laughing and having a good time. We were on the side running. And I'm pretty sure we're all fairly young lads at the time. I don't think there was anyone in that group that was.
Apart from Hume would have been well in his 30s by this point. But who was the
Yeah.
fifth? So there was you, there was Abs, there was Elliot, there was Hume. Who was the other person?
Was it a young lad? Was it Boland?
Yes, that would have been it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony Boland.
Yeah. So like I say, it not a great move from the manager. I don't think a lot of young lads in there. One experience. You know, would he have done that if we were all experienced players? Not sure, because I'm not sure we would have dealt with it in the same way. But yeah, I mean, football life, anything, you know, there's ups and downs, and it's how you deal with those times. Definitely challenging times mentally for us all, but you know, like you do get stronger by these times. They end up stories that you tell people. You know, some people don't believe it, but they're definitely stories that you tell people. My parents run a convenience store, and so they've got their own business. They know how to manage people and they know how to manage a company. They couldn't believe it at the time because, you know, they were like, you can't treat people like that. And unfortunately, in football, you can treat people like that and get away with it, which is a shame because it's, you know, it's a great industry. It's a lot of good people in it, but at the same time, you can get away with treating people that way, which is, yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's true.
Was there ever a reason given as to why? Did you ever have a conversation with the manager, or have you subsequently found out what his reason was for deciding that you were one of the unlucky five?
Yeah, I went in to see the manager at the time. It was tough conversation for myself as a young lad. I'd always got told if there was a tough conversation to have, go and have it because they'll be the best conversations you have. Easy to say, not so easy to do. When someone's treating you like that, and he was a very ruthless man, very very straight faced, ruthless guy, very hard to break down. So for me to go and knock on his door and have a conversation with someone who's treating you like that, it was a tough conversation to have. But I did go and have it, knocked on his door, asked him what's going on, just wanted to know, you know, am I in your plans? Very, very short, simple conversation. You're not in my plans. I don't see you being in my plans. You're not my type of player, so you're not going to be in any of my teams. And it was as simple as that. Don't think it lasted very long. I don't think I had much to say after that.
Well, it's a ridiculous scenario, really, considering how badly Tranmere were doing at the time. You'd think he'd want to keep as many players on board as possible, to try and have, if he needed to call upon someone, try and have them ready and raring to go in the first team. But as we know, he didn't do that. Instead, he just brought in a slew of other players. What was it like for you when you saw player after player after player arriving, be it on loan, be it permanently? Because I know you ultimately leave in the February, but over the course of that season, Tranmere used 51 different players in their matchday squads,
Wow,
which is
did they
utterly
really?
ludicrous.
That is crazy. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, strange, very strange times. You know, I mean, obviously, I didn't know at the time, but since then and my whole career, when you look back, you know, good teams and any winning teams that I've been in, the team morale and the bonding of the team, it's got to be so strong to be anywhere near having a good season or anywhere near the top. And like you say, to have that many players in and out of a dressing room with that much uncertainty, you know, it's not great for the lads and for the team. And you know, 1 minute you're in favour, 1 minute you're out. Even the lads that, you know, he did keep around. Was Cole Stockton there at the time? I think he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, Cole would have been there. Yeah,
I think I've got Coley in my mind. I think he liked him to start with, and then I think he went for a period where he wasn't interested until I remember him getting very annoyed. And so even the players that he kept around, like you say, with that many players going in and out of the changing room, it's very disruptive. And I don't think you can really get any sort of team bonding or flow, and like that energy that I spoke about with the team, with the pre-season training and that bond together where you're going to fight for each other and pull each other through. You can't grow that when there's that many people coming in and out of a changing room, and you've got so much uncertainty whether you're even going to be there. You can't care about somebody else. How can you fight for somebody else when all you're trying to do is fight for yourself? Very difficult.